Deserts are one of the most desolate and dried places on Earth. Apart from some oases, which are far and few between, all they have is sand dunes, scorching sunlight, and extremely hot temperatures. But now, with the prospect of the new sustainable energy, a dawn of a new era is rising in the deserts. Scientists are looking forward to deserts of the world to make electricity using solar energy from the deserts. So far, the world's 10 largest solar facilities have been planted in various deserts across the world. It is now being estimated that Sahara, being the world's largest and hottest desert, is powerful enough to provide the whole Earth with significant electricity. Even Elon Musk once tweeted about the immense amount of energy the sun provides the Earth. He mentioned that the power used by humans is very little compared to the power Earth receives from the sun. According to his calculations, current solar efficiency of producing electrical power is 200 megawatts per square kilometer. With this data, a small corner of Texas can power the entirety of the United States. Now, the area of Sahara is so vast that if it were a country, it would be the 5th biggest in the world. Its area is larger than Brazil and only marginally smaller than China and the US. According to NASA estimates, on average, each square meter of Sahara Desert receives 2,000 to 3,000 kilowatt hours of solar energy per year. Sahara spans across 9 million square kilometers, which makes the annual total energy available more than 22 billion gigawatt hours, GWH. Keep in mind that it is just a general estimate. If a solar farm covered the entire desert, it would produce 2,000 times more energy than even the largest power stations in the world, which generate barely 100,000 gigawatt hours a year. This output of a solar farm would be equivalent to more than 36 billion barrels of oil per day. So, our hypothetical solar farm could potentially produce 7,000 times more electricity than Europe requires. That too, with almost no carbon emissions. According to World Energy Consumption and Stats, back in 2015, the total world energy usage was 13 million ton oil equivalent, 13 MTOE, which is 17.3 terawatts of continuous power during the year. If we cover 43,000 square miles of Earth with solar panels, it will generate more than 17.4 terawatts of power. To put this in perspective, the Great Sahara Desert is 3.6 million square miles, which has more than 12 hours of daylight. This means to cover the energy needs of the world, we only have to plant 1.2% of the Sahara Desert with solar panels. This one-time cost of the project will be about $5 trillion. If you think that's too expensive, let me tell you that this amount is less than the bailout costs of banks by Obama in the last recession. Only 1/4 of US national debt and is 10% of the world's one-year GDP. So compared to other spending in the world, this cost is rather small. Solar energy is the future of energy forms, and different countries are slowly coming towards it. There's no future for other forms of energy. In 2 to 3 decades, solar energy is going to take over. Also, setting up solar farms in the Sahara has another advantage: its proximity to Europe. The Strait of Gibraltar is the shortest distance between North Africa and Europe, measuring only about 15 kilometers. But even much further distances, across the main width of the Mediterranean, are perfectly practical. Scientists have looked at how solar could meet increasing local energy demand and eventually power Europe as well over the past decade or so. The greatest project among others was Desert Tech. It was announced in 2009 and had swiftly acquired tons of funding from various banks and energy firms. Unfortunately, most investors pulled out and the project eventually collapsed. There are a number of factors affecting such projects. They can be political, commercial, or even social factors, which include a lack of rapid development in the region. But there are other more recent projects. One is the Tunur project in Tunisia, which aims to power more than 2 million European homes. The other one is Noor Complex Solar Power Plant in Morocco, which also aims to export energy to Europe. At the moment, there are 2 practical technologies to generate solar electricity within this context. One is concentrated solar power, CSP, and second, regular photovoltaic solar panels. Concentrated solar power focuses the sun's energy in one spot with the help of lenses and mirrors, which becomes extremely hot. This heat is then used to generate electricity through conventional steam turbines. Some systems even use molten salt to store energy. This helps to generate electricity even at night. On the other hand, photovoltaic solar panels directly convert the sun's energy to electricity using semiconductors. It's the most common type of solar power, as it can be either connected to the grid or distributed for small-scale use on an individual building. Also, it provides reasonable output in cloudy weather. However, a major drawback of this technology is that when the panel gets too hot, their efficiency drops. In an area where temperatures can easily exceed 45 degrees Celsius in the shade, this technology isn't ideal to be used in the blazing Sahara Desert. Not until it gets a whole lot of improvement. Another problem is that their efficiency will also be affected when the sandstorms cover the panels. Taking this into account, CSP seems to be more sustainable to the Sahara Desert due to reasons like direct sun, lack of clouds, and high temperatures. However, the turbine and steam heating systems remain complex technologies. But the most important drawback of CSP is its use of scarce water resources. Things will only get cheaper and more efficient as solar technology improves. The Sahara Desert may be inhospitable for most living things, but it could play a vital role in providing sustainable energy across the globe. Let us know in the comments how you would power the world with sustainable energy, and don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe for more amazing content.